All right, I'm speaking to you first-time home buyers out there today. When purchasing a home, there are many factors to consider, but especially if it's your first time doing it. So you're probably gonna have a ton of questions, even if it isn't your first time, but especially if it is. And you might even be curious about some general advice for first-time home buyers, the best method to get aid with closing expenses, or how to get help with your down payment, as a couple examples. Now, in today's video, what I wanna do is discuss the best grants, mortgages, and programs for first-time home buyers so that you'll be aware of all of your possibilities. Make sure you stick around. All right, so this market obviously could seem a bit daunting right now, specifically for first-time home buyers. Now, fortunately, there are a number of programs, there are tax incentives, and mortgage products that can help you with everything from your down payment to your closing costs and more. Now, with that said, let's begin by taking a look at some of the down payment assistance options for first-time home buyers. When purchasing a home, a down payment is usually required, and it can be a significant upfront cost. However, many lenders offer first-time buyers various assistance programs such as grants or low-interest loans to cover the cost of your down payment. If you are uncertain about being able to make a down payment on your own, there are programs available through certain types of loans that can help reduce the amount that you need to put down. There are a variety of programs that can help you with a down payment, such as taking out a second mortgage. You can apply for a deferred payment loan or getting a loan that may be forgiven. Keep in mind that loans structured as second mortgages have to be paid off alongside your primary mortgage. Deferred payment loans, on the other hand, must fully be repaid when you sell, you refinance, or you move out and pay off your main mortgage. Now, another option is a loan that may be forgiven or at least is over a certain period of time. However, it would have to be repaid if you move, sell, refinance, or pay off your primary mortgage before the set number of years is up, or if you violate the terms of forgiveness. Down payment assistance can also be obtained through grants, and these do not have to be repaid. But keep in mind that the requirements for loans and grants certainly do differ for the most part. So it is advisable to check with your local or state government for information on any DPA programs for first-time homebuyers. Another option for qualified first-time homebuyers are federally backed loans that don't require a down payment, but there will be a little bit more in this video on those later, so make sure you're sticking around to the end here. For now, what we'll do is move into the tax deduction incentives that are available for the first-time homebuyers. Regrettably, the opportunity to claim the $7,500 credit for first-time homebuyers through the Housing and Economic Recovery Act is no longer available at this point. However, you can still save on your taxes through several federal and state deductions. And these can seriously help reduce your taxable income, which thus increases the amount of money that stays in or goes back into your pocket come tax time. For instance, you can claim a deduction for the interest paid on a loan for up to 2 homes, including your primary residence and a second home, if your mortgage is worth less than $750,000 or $375,000 if married, filing separately. And that is the most significant deduction available to homeowners. However, there may be more deductions and credits that are available to you through your state or local government, so make sure you're looking into that as well. Would you like us to do more state-specific videos on this topic in the future? Maybe that's a good idea. Let us know in the comments below or drop a like on this video as well, and we can certainly do that for you too. Until then, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development website is a great resource to see what options are available to you in your specific area. We're gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description for you below, just to make it easier for you to find. Next up for first-time homebuyers is closing assistance. Similar to down payment assistance, there are government-backed and private programs that can actually assist you with your closing costs. Closing costs are an additional charge above and beyond the down payment that are incurred at the conclusion of the mortgage process. Now, these costs typically amount to anywhere between 2 to 6% of the total mortgage value. And just like down payment assistance, closing cost assistance can actually be obtained through a grant or even a loan. Another option is to seek assistance from the seller in the form of closing cost concessions. The seller might be willing to help with your expenses, such as your attorney fees, real estate tax services, title insurance, paying for points to lower your interest rate, and contributing to property taxes So it never hurts to ask for something from the seller. The more motivated the seller is, the more concessions you could find yourself being able to receive. Now, the next thing that we're going to cover shortly here are some specific federal first-time home buyer programs. When purchasing a home, you can benefit from federal, state, or local government programs. These programs that are offered federally are open to all U.S. citizens or legal residents. And although they are not for everybody, and you might not be eligible yourself for every program that's out there, you do have to reside in a specific state to receive federal assistance. Loans that are guaranteed by the government can enable you to purchase a home with a small down payment or a less than perfect credit history, or both. And the government guarantees these loans, making them less risky for the lenders. And this actually also translates to lenders being able to provide borrowers with lower interest rates on these types of loans too. They're fantastic. Now, currently there are 3 types of these government-backed loans: FHA, the USDA loans, and VA loans. Each of the programs has its own set of requirements. Make sure you're looking into the one that you personally would be qualified for. For example, if you're not a veteran, then you're going to want to skip looking into the VA loans. For most people, FHA is a really great place to start, though. Now, one program that can be very beneficial for people like teachers, emergency medical technicians, firefighters, law enforcement officers, is the Good Neighbor Next Door program. And through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the Good Neighbor Next Door program provides a substantial 50% discount on certain HUD properties. The properties available are foreclosures, and they're already priced affordably to begin with. And so it makes the discount even more advantageous for those folks. You can find a list of those properties on the HUD program website, which I'll make sure I link in the description below as well for you. And one more federal program to take a look at here is the Home Path Ready Buyer program. And that's a Fannie Mae first-time home buyer opportunity. And that's where you can purchase a foreclosed property for as little as 3% down through their Home Path program. And additionally, you can also apply to receive up to 3% for your closing costs repaid to you through that same program. One thing to keep in mind is that Fannie Mae, these homes are sold as is, and that means that you may have to make some repairs on those properties before moving in. However, closing cost assistance can also help in covering these potential expenses as well. Now, the Home Path Ready Buyer program is exclusively for first-time home buyers who plan to reside full-time in the property that they intend to buy. To be eligible here, you've got to make sure it's a primary residence. You're going to need to complete and pass Fannie Mae HomeView home ownership education polygraph test. No, I'm just kidding. It's the home ownership education course before the closing of the purchase. I'll leave a link to that as well below so that you can take a look at it. So there you have it, folks. Those are some of the best options to help you if you're a first-time home buyer looking to get into your first property. Very exciting times. This market right now is obviously wild. It's tough to think you could get into a property of your dreams, but if you're weary of battling it out in this market, I would be remiss if I didn't mention something here. Buying a home is a major investment, okay? Especially when home prices and interest rates remain higher than they've been. Now may not be the right time to buy a house, but for some it will be, for others it won't. Determining whether this is the right time for you requires you to ask the right questions. Do I plan on being in this house for a long time? If not, could I turn around and rent it and cash flow it? Could it be a good investment? Would I be happy if this was my forever house? If the answer is a no or even a soft yes, then maybe it's worthwhile to look into alternative ways to invest that cash that you saved for the down payment. And this isn't also a solution for everybody, but for those of you who are growth-minded and you wish to increase your cash flow and build wealth, it just might be the best decision you ever made. We talk at length on this channel about any option you choose, whether you purchase your home, you want to pay your debts off, or you want to invest and grow your wealth through other means of income. Both passive and active strategies are discussed here on this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and leave some links in the description below. It'll give you some things to consider as you're deciding, is now the right time to buy a property, other strategies and side hustles that you can see and compare to that dream house. Should I wait, or should I potentially continue to proceed forward? And who knows, maybe one of these videos will help you find the means to realize whatever direction you feel is best for you. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video with somebody that could use it. Until next time, make it a great day today and keep on cash flowing.